Hey my friends, welcome back to Kyle's Film Garage. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what happened to independent film. Where has it gone? All of this excitement and the hype and the fundraising and the people talking about the movies that they're gonna do and all this kind of stuff. What happened? Where'd it go? Well, I'll tell you where it went. But first, click like on this video and subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna get into all kinds of stuff. But I am Kyle's Film Garage. I'm an actor, I'm a producer, and yeah, so indie film is my jam. It's what's going on. You can check out some of the stuff in the link in the description. The Chair with Roddy Piper, Zombie with a Shotgun, shot in Manhattan. It's a cool little art house piece. If you like zombie stuff and art house films, you will dig that one too. And I have a film in post-production right now, which I'm actually going to be finishing up here shortly, and you're going to see what's going on coming up and all of that. And hey, thank you so much for joining me and for being here and for supporting independent film, because without you it doesn't happen, and that is a fact. These are the facts. This is the show. This is what's happening. So anyway, so here's what I gotta say. Basically, at the end of 2019, this thing happened all across the world and shut down lots of things. And I mean, we know what happened. You know, basically nobody worked, nobody did anything, you know, for about a year at least, just on that. So then what happens after that? Well, first, let's back up for a second. So basically the whole industry shut down. So there's no filming, there's nothing going on, nobody's doing anything because of this event, this global event that happened. And so that kind of put everything on hold. So you had, like, you know, basically all kinds of films from the, you know, from big budget, you know, Hollywood stuff that all got shut down, postponed, you know, indefinitely. A lot of things never happened because of it. And it basically put independent filmmakers on their heads. And I am one of those. And so you can see that basically we had lots of plans coming out of Preacher 6, and that's also one of the reasons why Preacher 6 has been in post-production for as long as it has been, is because of these events, and we're, you know, coming out of all this stuff. So what happens is everything is shut down, and then when it does start up again, now keep in mind, I'm talking about from my perspective, independent filmmakers. So where basically I'm, you know, doing Indiegogo fundraisers and selling t-shirts and screening them myself and doing whatever I need to do to raise money to make a film. So, and that's because I am insane. So, but, you know, the play's the thing, right? So what happens after this? There is these protocols that got put in place by the Screen Actors Guild, and to keep everybody safe and whatnot, and that's great. You know, so there was a testing, you know, every day. In the beginning, there was testing every day for all of the cast and crew of these films, and they would have to test. And as we know, that these things are not cheap to do, and so basically you have to test everybody at least once a day in the beginning, and then it became like every 3 days and that kind of thing. And then so, like, over time it was less, but you have to have the COVID officer on set and all the testing protocols. Now, so if somebody on the crew were to get sick and test positive, they just go home. So if a cast member were to test positive, the production shuts down, and so until that person is no longer positive. So basically you have to, it's like the biggest crapshoot that you can think of on how to make a movie. So it's like, if you're someone like myself, where you're, you know, it's not big budgets, you know, it's like every nickel counts. You don't have the money, you know, to be able to shut down and go, okay, everybody go home, you know, we'll circle back. I hope everybody's available, you know, next time that this person is, you know, test negative. So that's the whole reason why that independent filmmakers have not been able to make independent films. And I'm talking going through the union, because non-union stuff, you know, do whatever you want, you know, but it's like if you're trying to do something through the Screen Actors Guild, you know, all of these protocols are in place, or were in place. So basically your production is at the whim of whether everybody continues to test negative for the thing. So imagine that you have all this money and all these people lined up, and you have your day-to-day days, and you have your certain scenes that you have to film and on certain times, and you have certain actors that have to be there at the same time, and this is all scheduled out, you know, in the schedule of making a movie. So if one of those things goes wrong, is out of place, and you got to change that day, you got to have a really good first AD that can figure out if all these people can be available down the line, you know, to get something finished. So it's like, it's a big gamble, you know, and especially it's like if you're kind of like super tight, you know, with the budget, and it's one of those gambles where you just, someone like myself, I couldn't do it. I could not do it, because I couldn't put myself in that kind of position where, you know, you're gonna start something and not finish it, you know, and it's like it puts everybody else in an awkward position too with that. So that's what happened to the whole industry of the big budget stuff and of the small budget stuff like myself. So speaking of small budget like myself, if you like to support independent film, please join my Patreon. It's Patreon, Kyle Hester, Actor Guy, $3. I have lots of stuff on there already. You will see behind the scenes stuff of what we're doing going forward, which we are going forward. There's good news. Okay, so here's what I just read online, is that the protocols are ending at the end of March. So you are going to see a lot more independent film coming back out again, because these protocols are ending. And so that basically is going to allow me the opportunity to continue making movies again. So, and here's the plan. We're going to finish Preacher 6, and then we're going to roll into some other stuff. We've got a short film called Happy that we're going to be doing. That's going to be super cool. And then we're going to be rolling right into a horror film called The Magician, and that's going to be super cool too. So that's what's going on. That's what happened. That's in a nutshell where the industry is and where it will be going. So to be excited, we're gonna see stuff coming out again. We're gonna see people doing Indiegogos. We're gonna see people, like, you know, making stuff, because we are able to make things now that the protocols are going to be going away, which is great. I think, you know, everybody's ready. You know, everybody's been a bit weary of all of the situation that happened, and you know, stuff happens. So here we are. It's 2023. This began in 2020. So you see where I'm going with this, right? So it's time to kick ass. It's time to take some names. It's time to click like. It's time to subscribe. It's time to watch all the videos. It's time to support independent film, because we got some stuff to do, and I will see you on the next video.